Alright guys, so welcome to another session of Epic 7. We're going to talk about the kind of like the news about the episode 3 release, and then episode 3 notice release, and also I wanted to touch upon some of the stuff that we've seen in the video. It was pretty hype. If you guys weren't on the live premiere, so they had to cancel the stream due to COVID, so hopefully those affected by it at Smilegate are safe. Regardless, they still released a very hype video. I'm pretty sure this is what they wanted to talk about during the Korean live stream, and as promised, I said that I would cover it or give my thoughts on it. Last night on Twitch, I did about a 4-hour stream, although maybe 1 full hour was dedicated to all the release information that they gave. Very cool stuff. I mean, I honestly thought that it wouldn't be that hype, but they really build it up, and what you guys just saw was like an animated short that they put at the beginning of their episode 3 notice. I kind of wanted to spend this portion of the video, I might break it down to 2 because it's going to be a lot of information. For this portion of the video, really is just to talk about this Epic 7 episode 3 notice video that they premiered last night. Again, if you guys haven't watched it, it is on YouTube on their official channel, so definitely check it out. It probably will be the latest video if you're watching this relatively soon. I'm gonna go kind of like a frame by frame thing, because like some of these animations, honestly, I mean, they're really well done. And in one of the Q&A questions, people are asking whether or not they plan to actually release like an anime or a webtoon or something like that. And I think a lot of people would be on board. I'm just gonna go kind of like frame by frame here. There's a lot to look at. The animation studio that they get to do their shorts pretty amazing. Here in the first scene here, we see Rose fighting Luna. Now we know that at the end of, well, like the side story that we had like recently, I think it was Cecilia's. Yeah, I think it was Cecilia's side story. Even though she's a return banner, she got her own side story. It was a prelude to episode 3, or prologue rather. And then we saw them journeying that they finally potentially found their way back to Eureka. That's where it kind of leaves off, and then we have like a strange voice at the end, which, you know, in this video they talk about it, but I'm not gonna show the shots. But talk about Francesca, which is the woman in Draco Plate, featured in Draco Plate, and the lore so far that we understand is that she's probably dead. At least that's what Luna said, but we don't know for sure. So there's a lot of speculation thinking that it is Francesca talking at the end of Cecilia's side story, which is pretty exciting because I've always wanted her as a hero. I honestly thought that with when Draco Plate was released, it was Data Mind. I was like, oh, was this the limited hero coming? But it was Luna, and then Luna with Draco Plate. Let's not talk about that because it brings back bad memories for me pulling for Draco Plate. And as you look at these frame by frames, there are some frames here that is pretty like bazongas. Like, yeah, it's good. It's good. The animation is great here. Yeah, I see Rose coming with the attack. Luna gets kind of like a very I guess this wouldn't be a PG video, would it? But you guys are not like that. You guys are not strangers for me doing these science videos or whatever. But here comes the Cecilia coming in, and you guys saw the full speed animation as well. And again, I do encourage you guys to check it out. Leave a like on their video as well. Beautiful animation with all those like visual effects. I mean, this is like, if this was an anime, the quality would be top tier. These are action shots, so the frame by frame may cause some like faces to look a bit weird, as you guys saw with Luna just before there. But Yufine coming in, so it looks like Yufine is taking the side of the humans and not the dragons, which is one of the, well, for now, at least in this video. But in part of the video, in this video, the narrator said that, you know, what does Yufine do? Like, does she stick with the humans, or does she go back to her roots, which is a dragon? Especially Change Roz coming in with an attack versus this new dragon Husbando, which isn't very which shouldn't be strange. If you watch the entire video where they introduce all the characters, there's a lot of work. This will most likely be a summonable hero. So he would probably be our first dragon male. Yeah, I'm just gonna speed that up a bit. I'm gonna go back. Like this is really cool. Like some of the action sequences. It's all super short, but I think this is what really makes these hype videos pretty successful as well. That they're short and you just really want to see more of it. But it kind of like there's storytelling even in the fights itself. And even look at this dragon dude do this. He has ice. That's kind of cool. So most likely ice elemental hero. Here we see some of those robo babes that we got to see at the end of episode 2. I think it was like what, 8S or 9S. For people who actually played episode 2, you guys would know that probably more than me, but I remember seeing them a bit later. Very mech style, like a lot of Gundam inspired scenes, I think. Even this mech, like it just shouts Gundam to me. But yeah, some of this stuff happens so fast in real time that I think this frame by frame study is kind of cool. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that I never picked up. I would probably never have picked up unless I did a frame by frame. That explosion there, that's most likely that mech that caused this. I'm scrolling back to there. Yeah, based on the context, he's flying and he goes through, boom. Really cool stuff. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, and then it reveals this character as well. So she is, I guess, like Policia. I think that's the name of this group or something. But anyway, she's like the leader or something. Most likely another summonable hero. Wow, my tongue. People are saying that this kind of looks like Azure Lane or whatever. I don't play Azure Lane, so I didn't know. But a lot of people said it, so I'm like, okay, cool. Again, we see this Robo Babe as well. She was also with the girl in the dark there. They both appeared at the end of this season 2. Some kind of cool mecha wings, and then that's it. That's all the glimpse we have. This person sitting on it looks like a chair, but I'd probably say it might be a throne. Looks to probably be the queen. I guess it would be queen of Lafundos. Where Tywin and Roman come from. We see a preview of it in their video. I'm gonna skip down here a bit. So basically the video is like going through like kind of like lore. I just want to touch upon like some things that I thought were really cool. So this is apparently the queen of Wintenberg when Cecilia disappeared. So she most likely will be another summonable hero. We got a lot of concept art, a lot of detail. We know that most of these concept art heroes do make it as heroes. So she would be really cool. Another knight, potentially maybe a warrior, dragon slayer type character, which is cool. I like her design. I was saying on this stream that I like her because of the crazy eyes. Forgive my cropping as well though. I'm hoping that this cropping is good enough to see all the details we need. But I'm basically doing it so I'm not showing a lot of stuff that's unneeded on the screen, I guess. Alright, so we have, so this is Francesca. The one on the right is, again, like I said, is the woman Draco plate. Potentially she might appear. Anyways, that might be a bit too much speculation for my taste, but there was a character at the end. And again, like I said, I'm not the only one that came to that theory that, hey, wait, could that be Francesca? And the only thing that most people are saying, that it can't be because she's dead, right? But we don't know. This is storytelling. There's a lot of twists and turns. And here's that preview of that dragon husbando. Apparently, I guess he might be like somewhat like a guardian or something like that, or he has a guardian rather. I guess there's no heirs in Eureka, but he has some sort of monster pet thing that looks like a looks like a big wolf, like an ice wolf or something. So it's kind of cool, monstrous. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, snapshot of Robo Babes. There's the smaller Robo Babe as well. The one in the dark is on the left side there, but it's cut off by my crop. This is a bad decision on my part. Oh, this is this shows a preview of that that Policia girl with the mech. Let me see if I can do a frame by frame on this. You should watch this animation as well. The animation is not complete, as you can see. Those are storyboard kind of drafts there, so they're trying to like cutting things together. So that's not polished art. So she's most likely one of the characters that will be summonable. I really gotta work on that word. This is like polished art. This would be like passable. It's got visual effects, it's got glows. So this is passable. And then here, I think this could also still be final. But when we get to this portion, when they start shrinking down the screen, this is storyboard. So animated storyboard. They'll just have to finish it up, and then it stitches together into. Let me zoom in a bit quick. Fast forward a bit here, which this looks almost like polished art as well. They've got the lights. The shading on this is almost complete. It's not 100% complete there yet. But it's close. So they have the sequence of the animation, the S3 animation, and I'm assuming that's what it is here. But these are all like still draft. They're not polished art yet. Yeah. So we have that to look forward to. Oh, we see those are the punching bags. Ah, those are the punching bags. Oh, okay. So they're probably finishing off. So those objects are the punching bags. But in when we get into gameplay, those will be dynamically swapped into the opponents that they're fighting, just like all of other S3 animations. So it's really cool. And then the mask with the explosion there. Yeah, that's very, very cool. Very something to look forward to. So yeah, this is her. Politia, maybe Politia, maybe not Policia. But that's the I guess the area where these androids are. All right, so let's see. Let's move down a bit. This is the Lafundos. There's King Schneal on the left there, and I think the person sitting on the chair at the beginning of the animation was that woman on the left with the books. Again, we don't know how that story unveils, so I'm just gonna skip that. This last portion is also really cool. At the end of the video, we got like some teasers. I want to do a dissection of this. So I mean, coming quick with the anniversary comes the full moon festival, and then Halloween comes really quickly, and then Christmas. So there's gonna be a packed like 2-3 months that we have down the line. So I mean, this teaser trailer made me think about how compressed it is. It's gonna be every month until like Christmas is gonna be like very, very packed, I think. We'll talk about the changes, like in-game changes that's gonna happen as well, because they give us like a rough schedule all the way to December on some of the changes that they want to implement based on the second anniversary Q&A. But I won't touch upon those details here. We'll just look at this video. So look, and then we'll go back. So Bliss Floor 100, 2020 Halloween Blood and Roses. Those were animation shorts from we saw in. Okay, this is cool. I just let's play through, and then we'll do a frame by frame kind of analysis discussion as well. I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, this last one is pretty cool too. a lot of speculation right now, up in the air. I think people come up with the theories, and some theories will probably be right, but I don't think it's really important that we get it right now. Otherwise, it is exciting that these teasers are actually giving us like a lot to discuss, and I'm pretty sure just like in every community there's like people talking about it, what they're hyped about. Again, this is the purpose of this video. So yes, so we got the 2020 Full Moon Festival, Thieves Under the Light of the Full Moon. We have Abyss Floor 100 up to 110, so 10 more. That was not released in terms of the hard date, but that's something we could look forward to, which is great. If they keep up with 10 floors a year, I honestly that's pretty good already, since they give us other content as well. Go to this. So this 2020 Halloween Blood and Roses, this is very cool. Originally I didn't think that was Charles, but it has to be Charles. So we did a side-by-side comparison after the text fades away. One sec. It has to be Charles. I mean, like, no one would be able to rock that mustache, but the hairstyle is exactly the same. The monocle would be something new. The eyeliner, quote unquote, the eyeliner for Charles is the same. So it has to be Charles. The only question is like, why is he shown here? He has like, look like an elixir bottle on the bottom hanging on his satchel there. Like, he looks like some kind of like vampire slayer Charles, you know? This could be a skin. This could potentially be a skin. I don't think it needs to go as far as like an called the ML Charles, if people are thinking it's ML Charles. I think it could be a skin, like literally like, you know, Vampire Slayer Charles or something like that. Since it's literally like showing with Haste and Melissa, and it's a Halloween event. So, or this is yeah, this is part of the Halloween event. The Charles design, you can see that the art isn't finished yet though. The lack of shading, lack of shadows, lack of highlights. The face is almost complete, but it's still in draft mode. So there's a lot to look forward to. I think that's pretty hype though. I mean, I did make a big statement on this stream. It's like, Charles, my favorite character, finally getting some love. It'd be cool. If it's a skin, it's great. If it's an ML, I think it's a bit too quick, because I'm not ready for it yet, man. We just saw ML Crawl. These scenes, like I said, they were from the Promise video, the music video. Now I think one of the biggest things that people are talking about is honestly this. So this is ML Crawl. He has a sword, right? So you can see in the silhouette there, he has like a huge kind of like a yeah, kind of like a Cloud's Buster sword type of thing. He's very mech though, so it's kind of interesting. It would be interesting to see what kind of lore he has. He not only has like a mech suit, he literally has like the kind of like the cliche HUD elements in like mecha animes, like floating around him, like the orange pixelated boxes that you see there. He sort of reminds me of Raiden from Metal Gear Revengeance, if you guys know that franchise. Some people are saying that he looks kind of like what's his name again? Crap. In One Punch Man, the for some reason I just forgot the name. Anyways, kind of looks like him as well, the android. This is a draft of most likely ML Cigarette. Now, why do they both look like sort of like, you know, high-tech futuristic mecha? I'm not quite sure why. I don't recall any of the other MLs like looking more futuristic than their original RGB counterpart, but this is most likely Cigarette. Some people are saying that this is either ML Lilius or ML Cigarette. I believe it is Cigarette. Crow being one of the last remaining RGB heroes waiting to get an ML counterpart. Crow makes sense. Cigarette would make sense. She's one of the originals as well. Summonable in the selective summon when you start the game. And I think the last one, I think the very, very real last one we're missing is now Ludwig. So ML Ludwig would be the last one, but she's in draft mode. So I mean, you can't really tell from the eyes itself, but I think like, yeah, just like the modern style earring, the jacket, and the image in the background there kind of like faded out. She's kind of holding some kind of long weapon, although we don't have a confirmation that it's a scythe. At least I can't see that it's a scythe. It most likely is some kind of energy based weapon, maybe a energy scythe or something like that, but it also looks futuristic. So her pose was mentioned as well by a lot of people on stream, that it would probably be her. I said it wasn't Lilius because of a certain quality of Lilius, but I won't make that mention here on the YouTube. That is stream exclusive comment. So yeah, that's most likely Cigarette there. Orbis Fashion Week has a new challenger, so this is kind of interesting as well. The butterflies, most people are saying that this is Luluka. I do think I have to agree that this would be Luluka. We have this wording here, another world, and then the runway fighters. Whether that the runway fighters, that meaning means that there might be more of these runway, because well, at the beginning, hold on, it's the way they phrase it. I do believe that Smilegate, when they do these videos, it's a hint of stuff, but they're just not just like throwing random stuff at you. I think there's a, yeah, so Orbis Fashion Week has a new challenger. So it's like maybe it's like some kind of fashion show line of either skins. I'm more leaning towards that this is a skin for Luluka, not so much an ML Luluka, not yet. I think it could be as well, actually. If I think about it, it could be. I'm just more confused. Like, why would they preview ML Luluka that early? I'm not quite sure. Maybe, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, is because in the context of this video, this entire section is pretty much talking about MLs. But the fact that it says that another world, the runway fighters, the runway, like a fashion runway, does that mean that there will be others? The other world part is interesting as well, because at this point, so you see Vivian, Kawazu, Violet, Lilius, and Furious, and the cities in Sidonia have regained their peace. But then we know that the cities in Sidonia is where the peace has been broken. We know that pulling Remnant Violet, a part of his lore is that apparently he lives in some kind of alternate timeline. We don't know about an alternate universe, but an alternate timeline which it didn't work out. So there was no peace. So he is like, you know, he's more edgy, he's got scars, and he's gonna keep those scars, man. He's gonna be a bad boy for life, right? So with that said, and this preview, this is ML Kawazu, because look at this. So they're doing a side-by-side like comparison of peace and then brokenness. So this is the brokenness. So Kawazu there with that draft version on the left with the red hair, that is where Kawazu was standing. We still have Vivian on the top, and we have Lilius on the right. These are untouched. So that helps me like deduce that the original we were talking about, was it ML Cigarette or ML Lilius? I think it's the ML Cigarette. It makes more sense with the timeline, and Lilius apparently probably doesn't have one yet. Since Kawazu is in draft, he also looks really good, by the way. We should go back actually and take a look at the animation one more time. It is, again, the animation is draft, but still looks good. So after this, burn to ash, and then up to here. So another world, Forsaken Land. So once that sequence comes in here, one sec there, you see this blackout. So Kawazu remains, Violet remains. So these are like, you know, for sure we're gonna get them as MLs, but all the other ones in the back have been like blacked out. So this potentially just means that they're still work in progress. But most likely this scene is showing that, yes, obviously we know that there will be MLs of those heroes. It's not like we wouldn't know that, but it's just like, you know, how soon are we getting them, right? Most of episode 1 heroes have their ML counterparts. Like I said, the ones missing, Ludwig, Cigarette, Crow most likely will be next. And then we're on to episode 2 already. So like potentially, actually, now that I think about it, could that be ML Luluka? It could be a skin. I think most people are saying it's most likely a skin because otherwise that's too much MLs previewed. But I'm actually rethinking that in the context of those two, ML Crow release, then ML Cigarette, and then Luluka kind of slapped in the middle of this, and then we got ML Kawazu, and they kind of like shaded out as like these are the MLs to come. Maybe she is the ML counterpart. Who knows, right? It makes sense that Remnant Violet would be the first in a way because of the involvement in episode 2, and then Luluka, if she was coming, would be it would make sense as well. But that might be a bit too much speculation. So this last shot, very cool. When I first originally thought, I'm like, wait, is this a more beautiful Aether? But no, most people are saying that, oh, she looks kind of like Angelica, and then after that I was like, oh yeah, she looks like Angelica. She looks like Sinful Angelica's hairstyle, like literally, like if I had a image of Sinful Angelica, it's just literally purple hair versus this kind of gold. But could she be the goddess herself? Could she be Dish? I'm not quite sure. Or this could be a skin for Angelica again. I'm not quite sure. Angel Angelica. Angelica already has a skin. It's a school uniform, but we shouldn't be caught in the thought that, you know, a hero has to be limited to only one skin, right? Like they could literally give a hero multiple skins, and I think that's the idea over time. But it might be too soon, though. I think that's the only reason why people are not really, you know, thinking that way. That could this just be another Angelica skin? Could be an ML Angelica skin. Could be a Singelica skin. But it's very ironic that if she gets an angel uniform. But I am convinced this is more Angelica than anything else in terms of like the look. So could it be Dish? As we saw in the summer story, Dish is well connected between Angelica and ML Angelica. Like at least the stories are kind of like connected. So that yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's my kind of like I guess analysis for these for this video. I'm gonna talk about the Q&A stuff and my thoughts for it at the in another video. So I'm gonna end this for the video recording. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.